If you want to get in the groove, mask up to get down, and make sure you stay 6 feet from stardom. Today, on A Place of Our Own, Aladdin has his magic carpet, SpongeBob has his magic pants, and as for you, get out your magic skillet, as your delicious globe-trotting adventure awaits. Welcome, I'm Pete Charles Sesko, and this is the thrift store Rundown's Place of Our Own. A Place of Our Own was designed just for you. Kids, teens, Generation Zers, millennials, baby boomers, anyone who wants to bring Hollywood to the classroom on a budget. As you know, every interaction you have with your favorite celebrity or fellow fandom friend is a very important learning opportunity that you can apply to your everyday life. So when it comes to educating yourself about the wonderful world of pop culture, TSR is committed to helping you make the grade. In fact, we are your first and coolest teacher. Dirty pots and pans, you might say, do not a story make. Oh, if you look beneath the surface, they do tell quite a story, and they do tell you the many miles they traveled along the way. So have a look at this for a home ec class, which is also a social studies class. Saveur Magazine's The Way We Cook, in Saveur Magazine's official debut here on TSR. Portraits from around the world, edited by James Osland, editor-in-chief of Saveur Magazine, and introduced by contributing editor Francine Prose. This was purchased for $7.99. So, get ready for a magical, mystical, mouth-watering copper pot ride through time and around the world. Coming up on the thrift store Rundown's Place of Our Own. Keep in mind, this is the first Saveur Magazine-related item I have ever purchased and reviewed on the channel. I've already done a food and wine cookbook, Best New Chef's All-Star Cookbook, on the channel. However, if we're going to talk about the magazines, Food and Wine and Saveur, they're not that different. But if we're talking about hardcover books, this is in a class by itself, Home Economics and Social Studies. And for good reason, as you're about to see in the following examples. And just for the sake of staying true to our mission to bring Hollywood home and to the classroom, and in this case, and most often, to the kitchen on a budget, we're going to focus on the celebrity chefs, because why not otherwise? This photo grid demonstrates a complete day in the kitchens of Frontera Grill and Topolo Bampo, the adjacent restaurants of Chef Rick Bayless, host of Mexico One Plate at a Time for PBS, pictured here and here, among other places in this photo grid. Honorable mention, the Frenchman who walked across the top of the World Trade Center on tightrope. Philippe Petit in his home kitchen of Woodstock, New York, juggling lemons or oranges. A truly American sight, even if he is a Frenchman. In Los Angeles, at the Beverly Hills restaurant Spargo, chef and owner Wolfgang Puck puts the finishing touches on the dish. It's either a chicken or a pork or a turkey dish. You see the white meat here? I would show you the bazaar in Los Angeles run by Chef Jose Andres, but he's not pictured, so I had to skip that. Sorry. But hey, I'm not taking credit away from his chefs at his restaurants, though. In Gubbio, Italy, the Italian chef and the queen of public television Italian cookery, in my opinion, whom you'll be seeing a lot more of on TSR this year, Lydia Bastianich, shows 4 of her grandchildren how to knead dough. This photograph is by Penny de los Santos. And that's about it as far as the celebrity chef photographs go. And the recipes, well, they're Sarah Dazzle. They come from restaurants all across the country and around the world. From baked eggs with Chanterelle mushrooms, to braised chicken with garlic and peppers, and pork with apples and cider cream sauce, stuffed cabbage rolls, stuffed eggplant, Brazilian fish with shrimp sauce. The recipes and the photographs both sound and look dynamite. Main dishes, side dishes, and desserts. 2 of them reminding me of a certain foodie YouTube channel. Food vs. Chef John. Pasta con lasagna and braised lion's head meatballs with Napa cabbage. Why lion's head? Because they look like the top of a lion's mane. I'll link both of those recipes below through the Food vs. YouTube channel. Now here's a side dish you don't often hear about every day. Broccoli with Cheetos. In New York's Park Avenue restaurant, and this is the photograph of said broccoli with Cheetos, Chef Craig Koketsu, if that's how you pronounce your name, uses crunchy Cheetos as a textural foil for broccoli served with a creamy Gouda and Parmesan sauce. Broccoli and Cheetos. The imagination knows no boundaries when it comes to developing recipes that will truly throttle the mind. This book really does follow the mind, but in a very gentle way. Well, disregarding the recipes, some of them. Through photograph by photograph and article by article, the ingredients, the techniques, as well as the rituals of enjoying one's meal vary from place to place, from chef to cook, from restaurant chef to home cook. We're talking utilizing primitive equipment like a wooden or copper pot hung over an open flame, and utilizing modern technology as well. Sometimes people pray over a meal. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes people savor their meals. Sometimes people cook them to win competitions. You'll see all those aspects of cooking and enjoying one's meal photographed in such vivid clarity, black and white and color by the way, in this book, which retails for $39.85 US and in Canada as well. How about that? Same price in all of North America. Compiled by the editor-in-chief of Saveur, the country's most critically acclaimed culinary magazine, The Way We Cook is a loving celebration of cooks all over the world and illuminates the simple premise that preparing and sharing food connects all of us and our shared humanity. Featuring arresting photographs, personal stories, and regional recipes, this glorious book presents an unforgettable odyssey into different kitchens and cultures around the globe, capturing vivid scenes and individual narratives from homes, restaurants, markets, city streets, and countrysides. This magnificent and compelling journey will nourish and inspire. It gets all 5 claps. If the saying is true that food is one of the universal languages of love, then this book provides more than enough translations for us to taste and savor. This class is now dismissed, but remember, if you missed any lessons in this series, be sure to check out my back-to-school playlist, Too Cool for School, which you can find through a link in the description. And be sure to subscribe and click the bell. And remember, when it comes to bringing Hollywood to the classroom on a budget, TSR is committed to helping you make the grade. That's why we are your first and coolest teacher. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on the flip side on A Place of Our Own.